Okay, what we're gonna do today is a little something different, but it's something still that I haven't done. I'm gonna take a tarp and turn it into a shelter. And the reason I'm doing this today, I was gonna do a different video, but the reason I'm doing this one today is because it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow. So I wanna test how good these tarp shelters are. So what I got here is an awkward tarp. I mean, you can have any kind you want, but this is one I had laying around. It is roughly 18 by 9, so it's gonna be kind of difficult. Usually you want a squared tarp doing this. I've seen plenty of videos, but I got a little idea I'm gonna do with the extra footage. So we got the tarp, we got some paracord, and I got my stakes because I figured, you know, I might as well use these instead of boring y'all with carving some sticks, because if you watch my last video, it takes me a while to chisel. But I got about 10-15 stakes here, little metal stakes. Some are a little bigger than others. Cheap tent, better tent. So that's what I have. And I do not have my hand saw yet, so I'm using an old school wood saw. But so this is what we're working with, and we're gonna lay it out. I know my terrain here. Obviously, you see behind me, that's my chicken coop, so I know where the water drainage is, so I can work off of that. That gives me a benefit. Oh, and I got a little handy stick here that I carved from hand. Not really, I just took it out of my pile to make stuff easier. I'm not out in the woods yet. Isn't it? I'm not out of the woods yet. I'm not in the woods yet. So anyways, I'm gonna take this, you'll see it later on, I'm gonna cut it down to size so it makes the tent work. So basically all you need, a stick, from what I know, some stakes, some paracord, a saw, and a tarp, and you got a tent. So let's see. Ready? Okay, so first things first, we got everything we need, supposedly, and then we got an area to do it, but we gotta make sure that there's no sticks, twigs, anything that is gonna puncture our handy dandy little shelter. So we'll do, see, I got all this stuff laying around. Chickens don't do their jobs around here. You know, I gotta do it for them. They're probably gonna come over here in a second because I'm stirring everything up. But we'll do some dirty work here, do a little bit of fast forwarding, and see where we end up. Okay, now pull our little tarp out. I gotta do this real quick because you can tell it's kind of getting dark, getting cloudy, but still getting dark. So gotta get this done because I don't have a spotlight to do a video. Man, this thing's huge. Okay, still trying to do it. Oh wow, that's huge. All right, now what I'm trying to think is, I got an inner and an outer of the tarp, so I need to fold it to where I have the silver on the outside, because that's the outside of the tarp, obviously, and with all my mathematics, if they're right, we'll end up with shelter, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. I think I need to put the, I need to put the outside down. Now, like I said, I got a massive tarp, okay? So I'm just gonna make it work the best I can. What I'm gonna do, instead of having it so long, it's an odd it's a 9 by 18. So if I want to make it square, I need to make. So I'm gonna have 8. I'm gonna have 7 foot hangover. So it'll make sense in a second, hopefully. Alright, so if we fold it in half, we got 8 foot by 9. So we want to come back 8 foot by 9, so we want to come back a foot. Does that make sense? It's starting to make sense, right? Come back a foot. So now should be 9 by, ooh, that's not a foot. Alright, that's more like a foot and a half, 2 foot. Let's go a foot. I was going by the eyelet. Alright, so that should be roughly 9 by 9. I'm not going to step it out, but roughly. Okay, and the trick to the tent that I'm doing, or the shelter I'm doing, is you're supposed to stake here and here on the back side. Okay? Well, I'm going to have a floor. So how do I want to do that? I got some pebbles here just in case I needed them. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Let's see. Put floor. Man, I should have thought this through a lot more. Let's see. Let's do, okay, let's try this, just to try it. I know we got plenty of time, because it's like 30 minutes till dark, so what I'm gonna do, come here. I'm taking this pebble. This is something I learned, is what you do is you take it and you put it inside something and make like a little pocket like this, and then you take your paracord. There we go. Got the paracord. You wrap that around there and you tie it off with whatever knot you're comfortable with, right? You tie it off. I'm not going to tie this one off because that's not where I want it. But you tie that off, and then look at there. It chokes it in, and it won't rip your tarp if you have a soft enough pebble like what I have here. You can whittle down a board or a piece of stick or whatever, but just make sure it's not sharp, right? And then it'll choke it, and you can pull that dude and do what you want to. So they say. So let's try it. It seemed to work on that. So I'm gonna go about arm's length in. I'm gonna grab the back corner of the fold, and I'm gonna give it a little twist there. Give it a little, what is it called? Little ghost. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna do an overhand knot just to make it simple because I'm in a hurry. My chickens are getting rowdy. It's a mess. All right, so got that. That's gonna be fun to get out later. But if you want to do some other knots, you got more time, go ahead and do some other knots. All right, so I did that one there. I got a little bit of string here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this because I don't want to pull this big dude out just for the other one. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that guy right there. All right, so now I got 2 strings. I got one here, and I'm gonna go over here with my other pebble that I just put down somewhere. Somebody. Which way you pointing, dude? Where are you pointing, son?
By your bag in the saw.
Ah. But anyway, and I have a camera lady, so kudos, camera lady. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do the same thing, arm's length, just because I want to. Sounds right. All right, got it there. Pop it through right there at the backbone of the fold. Twist it a little bit, give me a little bit of space there. And I'm still gonna do the same stupid knot I just did a minute ago, and it's gonna be fun to get done, but it'll hold. That's for sure. You ever tied your shoes in a knot? It holds. All right. So now we got 2 strings in the back. This is the back of the tent, obviously. Now, let's work on where we need to stake everything. So, okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna stake off our other corners before we tie these off. I think it'd be better to stake off the side corners that actually have, you know, that way we could pull this tight however tight we want it, right? So, I'm gonna take 2 of my handy dandy little spikes here, and then what I'm gonna do is, obviously, stick it through the hole, and I'm going, see, since I'm doing this different than anybody else, it's a little different to me, so I've never seen this done. But what I'm gonna do, I want a floor, so let's try it. We're gonna stick that in. Let's go to angle back towards the tent, right? That way. Oh, I should have got my mallet. Ugh. Woo, should have got my mallet. Let me get my mallet. Pause. Got my mallet. All right, so bang that booger in there. A little easier. All right, and then I'm gonna go to this side, and I wanna pull this tight from that side to this side. I'm so meticulous on angles and stuff like that because I'm kind of like a builder, a carpenter, or whatever. So angles is a deal to me. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Pull it tight. Bang that booger in there. Oh, that's much easier. Even though it's falling apart, I don't care. That's way better than palming it. Look at that. Whew. All right, so then I'm gonna grab, I might as well grab the 2 smaller ones from the cheaper tent. I'm gonna pull this tight right here. See? So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and stick this dude in. Come here. I'm gonna stick that dude in, right? And then I'm gonna figure out how tight I want it from there. And then this is where the hitches knot comes in. I'll show you all that real quick. I know that one. You flip it around, you see it? Flip it around, put it back. You want it higher up though. Flip it around. See, now I got a loop, and then put it back through itself on the lead side, okay? And then pull that tight. Well, dadgummit, I didn't give it enough. Hang on, one more time. Flip it around, put it on the lead side. See, I just went like that, and then flipped it onto itself, grabbing this, pulling it tight. Then this, dang, leaves not helping. All right, you pull this. You see how everything's getting tight now? Pulling that tight, and then what you do is you pinch right there. I got no real estate. Oh my goodness. Shoot. Okay, see, this is how you figure it out, you know? Make a smaller loop. You just take it. You got the knot there, or the loop here, and you're going this way. So you want to grab it, turn it towards yourself like this to where you have a loop. Just got a simple loop, and then fold it back on itself, and then grab the loop in the middle. And if I can get it just right, I got that there. Now this comes back through and then I pull tight. You see that? Now I got more real estate. Now I got it happening. All right, if you want to, you can pull this through. Sorry, I messed that up. But you can pull that through, and then you can really get on it, right? Pinch right there. That way this doesn't move. If I let go, it moves. Pinch it, then roll. Put that over to the side. Dadgum leaves. All right, put that over to the side. Roll this under like you're tying a shoestring. Pull the loop back up toward itself. Boom. Tight. Look. Nice. Let's do that on the other side. Okay, so we're nice and tight. Boom. All right, now what we're gonna do is we got this extra paracord. We're gonna use that for the stick in the front. And how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go straight around here. Now, okay, so since I'm doing it with the floor, this is gonna be a little different. So what I think the only thing for me to do is take this, hold that guy under, right? Make sure it goes up under the roof section. Doesn't have to be perfect right now, I don't think. You know me and being meticulous. But okay, so what they say, if you got a regular square tarp, I forgot my stakes. Okay, so what you want to do, they say take your outside corner, bring it to your first eyelet. All right, so take your outside corner eyelet, bring it into your first eyelet, somewhere in there. That needs to go back more. Let me get this out of the way. So now you see that I'm roughly lined up. If you pull that straight out, I'm roughly lined up with my second eyelet, okay? Now, I'm gonna take the stake and I'm gonna just push it. Oh, where's my hammer? Dadgum. I keep leaving my hammer. Got my hammer. Smack that dude in there. Get in there. Yeah. Whew. I need a new hammer. All right, so we got that. That's okay for now. Now, we're gonna come over here and do the exact same thing. You got the outside, inside, first loop inside, or first, yeah, this thing inside. So we're just gonna come in, fold it in. All right. I'm not worried about this right now. Hopefully it'll work out. But what I'm doing is just bring this dude in to where it lines up with this guy. Somewhere in there. I hope I'm doing this right, because otherwise this video's nothing. All right, but hey, that's what happens when you do stuff the first time. And these, I'm gonna use the bigger stakes because, for one, I got them, and two, still got my mallet right here, and I didn't even use it. And two, I can. So, all right. So now we got our filter. I can do the inside how I want to. I can fold this under, and then what I'm going to do now is, oh, you know what I did? You know what I did? Do you know what I did? Me neither. Something going wrong here. Something going wrong here. Alright, so like if you do a pan around, we got area to sleep in, and then I don't know, I guess we could put the snakes in there or something. I have no idea what's going on there. We're supposed to have real estate there. Alright, so, oh, you know what I did? You know what I think I did wrong? Let's try this. Let's try this. Alright, let's take these sticks up. See, this is all the learning process. That one's really really making my tent small. So I think it's there. Oh, ew, ew. Scratch everything I just did. Okay. Scratch it all. Well, not all. Most of it. I still don't have my hammer. Got my hammer. See, this is learn process. Learn process. That's what it's all about, right? That's why I want to do this, because for one, it gives me experience, and two, it lets y'all know how hard it really is. I mean, something simple that they make look so simple, and then, okay, I think that is gonna give me the space that I need, what I'm looking for, because this was restricting what I had inside. So I got the same loops on each side. I still got my taut strings there. So I'm gonna try that now. And you gotta tell me, you can't tell me that the first time they ever did this, they did it right. Come on now. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so what I want to do, okay, I got it. All right, so instead of bringing, okay, like earlier I said bring this into here, scratch it. Bring that all the way to the middle, okay? Move your floor back if you got a floor. If you got a square tarp, then you won't have a floor. Hopefully you got a bedding of some sort, where it be pine or whatever you want to do. All right, so bring these two together. All right, I'm gonna bring them. I'm trying to make it where you can see. I'm gonna work with me. Work with me. All right. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Now I'm gonna take this and put it here. My camera lady is giving me my mallet for me. She's awesome. Apparently I've said it too many times. I think I lost a stake or two. Oh, there's one. Okay, so instead of you know how I'm uniform, I want it the same, and instead of bringing it all the way to each other, I think I'm gonna leave a little opening here, but still turn it back toward itself. That way it has the strength of the ground. Right? Now that's looking better. That's looking better, guys. Look here. It might not look like the tent that I was actually wanting. You know what it was? I didn't bring my knots in far enough in the back side. That's what it was. Look at the back side. That's what it was. So it didn't give me the pull in the middle. But this is all right. Heck, I got a big family. It's all good. Okay, so I got this going, all right? And then, wow, it's dark in there. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to overhang. So I need to come in to the middle-ish, somewhere in there. Ooh, that really tightens it up, man. Man, this is a learning thing. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my stick down. I'm gonna stick it right here, right in the middle, and then we'll take care of all this right here. Stay tuned. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna pitch our tent. Go figure. All right, so what I got is my hand carving wood with my fancy little buffer rag, and then I got one for the bottom since I got a floor in this one. So, and this one actually says, dude, it's funny. Check this. Check it. What does it say? What does it say?
There's always a way.
There's always a way. Ha! Let's go for it. Should I put that at the top? Yeah, I should put that one at the top. I'm not superstitious, but it's kind of funny. Alright, so I'm going to put that at the top. Put this at the bottom. And then I'm going to rub her on in now. I don't know whereabouts she's wanting to go, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Alright, so I'm lining it up. Maybe I should put the top in first. Hang on. Got it. Did I make this too tall? Oh, no. Come on now. Alright. Oh, here we go. Alright, so what I did was I put the rag at the front. I got the rag on the top. So now I can slide this booger right on in there. Just slide on in there. And then what I'm having to do here apparently is grab the floor. And there we go. Oh, I just lost the stake. We'll figure that out in a second. Alright, so slide that back some more. I lost the stake. There you go. Alright, so make sure you get your stakes down, guys. Make sure you get your stakes down. And sometimes they just want to go their way. Where's that dang mallet? And one thing I've noticed about these stakes is you want them pointing away, obviously, because they turn. So if they turn towards the thing you're staking down, then it defeats the purpose. It just pops right off. So anyway, we got that figured out. All right, so I'm gonna come inside. We're gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna come inside, and then hopefully we can see what I'm doing inside. The light's not on. Oh, you're recording now. Oh, blooper. All right, anyway, what I'm gonna do, the reason I had to get in here is because I got a floor and I haven't seen this done before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab right here. I'm gonna grab this dude and slide it back so that I don't rip up my tarp. And I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. Can you see me? I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. Okay? So I'm gonna come back out without bumping it with my ghetto booty. And voila, look at that. We're getting somewhere. Oh my goodness, it's looking awesome. All right, now I noticed, obviously we got a lot of hangover. If we're having a floor, it's kind of unbeneficial to have floor outside your home of sleep, right? So what I'm gonna do, eventually I'm gonna tuck this dude in and suck it up inside, and it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be even better. It's gonna be closed in on all corners, right? And obviously there's a whole bunch of modifications that you need to do when you're, especially just using a tarp, you know? If you, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? So there's a lot of modifications to do, all right? So we want this taut. That's still not tight. All right, we'll work on that. We'll work on it. It's a work in progress. I'm just trying to get this sealed up before it gets dark. It's about to get dark. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is you're gonna watch it fast forward. I'm gonna get inside. And just like that, we're done. Now, I'm gonna take some paracord. Okay, so we got our paracord. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stake this. You see how I bundled it up to where if water comes this way, it ain't going inside. Better not, it ain't allowed. All right, so I need some stakes. I like how my camera lady nods her head when I ask a question. It's kind of funny. So what I'm gonna do, I guess, oh, that's kind of tall. Oh, let's tuck it in a little bit. Dang, I like everything tight though. Maybe we can adjust something later. All right, so I'm gonna shove that dude in there, right? I'm not gonna mess with the paracord yet. I'm gonna get another stake and do the other side. Man, I'm so glad y'all didn't have to watch me chisel all these things. All right, which one did I put it on? See, I'm like that. Okay, here we go. This one. All right. Yeah. Got it. Nope. Get it. Every time, this thing just keeps rolling under my feet, and then after I don't need it, I guess. I'm getting tired, guys. Come on, man. All right. If you don't give me a thumbs up after all this, that's cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is, let's see, I want my perfect V, which I doubt I'm gonna get it because my notebook lands right there. Oh man, come on. I can't get a perfect V. Oh, that sucks. I'm pulling this stake up. Oh, it already came up. That's why everything's jacked. That's why everything's jacked, guys. The stake came up. You gotta watch that. All right. I'm gonna tuck that in too. I'm gonna fold it up. That way nothing comes in from the front. All right. See, I could do this. Why would I do that? It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I could do that. Or I could set it up for staying warm. I got an idea. I got it. It's getting really dark. I don't know if you can see me anymore. Shoot. It's the only one can you see me? Thumbs up, okay. I'm doing overhand knots. I'm gonna regret this when I take this down, but I'm doing overhand knots. I'm gonna pull that guy back. Oh, I just pulled the stake out. You see that? Biscuit eater. Come on. Just come on. Where's my beater? Here it is. It always comes to my feet. You see that? I'm gonna stick this in my pocket, man. All right. And then let's do the, to make my life easier, I'm gonna do the hitch. Even though I'm tired, not so wired, I just want to get done. My family's waiting on me. They're ready to go, ready to get warm. Not really, but Rachel is. She's like, why are we still videoing? Golly, you about as slow as a snail on a rubber street, man. All right, so there's that. Nothing fancy to it. Get my knife here. Go ahead and cut my paracord. I don't like cutting paracord, but bam, done. Oh shoot. All right, I'm gonna have to string that up later. All right, bam. Throw that to the side. Let's do it again. Never put your knife down, especially when you keep losing your bammer. All right, I'm gonna do an overhand knot. Okay. Tie this booger up real quick. Loop it around. Hopefully y'all know how to do this by now. And then it's called the hitch knot. And then bring it back up and yank that booger down taut. All right. And then grab it, throw it to itself. Back to yourself. It's getting really dark. I don't know if y'all can see me or not. All right, so got this. Gotta cut this guy again. Hate cutting paracord. All right. Now, The only thing I can do is if I want to, I got a perfect center here. I can bring this out, throw a steak, and cook some food. No, I'm hungry. Sorry. I can take this out so that I have a little overhang over my shelter, and I'm gonna do that in fast motion. And if I wanted to, I could take this, put it wherever I wanted, right? Awesome. Okay, so now we have an entryway that is impossible to get into. There we go. Hold that guy back a little bit on top of itself. Okay, so I'm in and I'm assessing my damage. Got a few leaves, but what I'm gonna do is I can take backpack material, whatever we're not using, fill in the blanks here on the sides, and dude, check it. Let's see how good this thing holds dry. Okay, we decided that we're gonna sleep in the shelter. Yeah, tent, shelter. It's pretty cool right now. We got our little snacks going. We got some donuts. Yeah.
Gonna wrap them up for a second.
Alright, he's closing them up. No more donuts. We got our
Pillows ready. Hey, leave them out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, leave me fall, Daddy.
Alright. And that's basically what we're doing. There's our entryway, just to show you that we're still in the same tent.
And it's triangles.
It's hard to hold this flashlight with my phone at the same time.
Shaped.
But we got our multi layers of bedding, so we're not laying straight on the floor, even though we have a floor to the tent. Alright, we're gonna try to get some sleep, and we'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning, Rob.
Alright, well, it's the next morning, and we made it till about 1:15 in the morning. It got kind of cold, and my little buddy, he was sticking it out, but I went ahead and called it, and we went in the house because I didn't want him to get sick just because we're camping in a tent. But it did rain. It's kind of lighting up right now, and we're gonna hop in here and see how dry it is. Let's go. Okay, well, see if I can get some light on the subject. That's not a problem. That just needs to be folded back over. But it is dry in here. Nothing's wet. So that's cool. It rained pretty good too. Let me get over here real quick. Believe it or not, there's quite a bit of room for, I mean, a person and a half, maybe two people, but it wasn't bad. And like I said, I got the tarp going all the way around, so we got a nice floor, and the water doesn't come underneath at all. So that's what it looks like from the door. But that's about it. I hope y'all like this. It was fun for us. We'll holler at you later.
Like and subscribe. Subscribe.
Stay tuned for bloopers. That dang mallet, Rachel. Oh. Rachel.
Yeah.
Does it look all right from out there?
No.
Plumber's vice. I should know it. Well, I'm cutting right on a knot. So. Get a good saw. That works for me. All right.